Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another beautiful day of the FIFA Club World Cup. PSG final group game for Group B, and there's really everything to play for. From where I've gone, I was just on 𝙀𝙬 and they were showing basically, as things stand, everyone can still qualify. So depending on how things go, we'll have to wait and see. If PSG win, they're guaranteed to qualify. Now, whether they're first or second, we'll have to wait and see. Atletico need to qualify if they win and they beat Botafogo by more than 3 goals. So we'll have to wait and see. It's going to be difficult for them. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. PSG's overrated. Their football doesn't excite me. Kudos to the treble, though. All right, I mean, yeah, fair enough. If you don't like the football, you're allowed to hold your opinion. I'd just be curious to know which team's football do you enjoy. I genuinely think a South American team can win this. I think the most likely South American team to do it would be Flamengo. But we'll have to wait and see. I also think European teams also growing into this tournament, right? The thing with tournaments like this, it's not always about how you start, it's how you finish. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Madrid against Pachuca, 42 shots, 68% possession. 42 shots by who? As in total, maybe in the game. Pachuca had 25 shots in total, had an XG of 1.81. The thing, though, that I don't understand from this PSG game, so if you guys look here, this is the lineup for PSG. So, I mean, thus far, nothing too surprising. Mayulu's in here instead of Gonçalo Ramos. Your best midfield, your best center back pairing, keeper. But if you look at the subs, they've got 𝙀𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙗 still considered as injured. So I would have thought that at least in this game, this is where you go and you put an Ousmane Dembele. I thought earlier on in the tournament that, hey, especially after that Atletico game, I thought maybe, you know, you keep him rested for the round of 16 game. But I mean, it's just interesting to see that he's not, he's nowhere to be found. We'll see. Anywho, PSG without oil isn't anything. I mean, what are you talking about without oil? PSG don't have oil themselves. If you're talking about PSG without Qatar, fine, yes. But like, if or PSG without money, I can get again. But PSG themselves, like the club, do not hold like any oil reserves, to my knowledge at least. Vitinha playing. Vitinha is playing, yeah. So you're gonna be Vitinha is indeed playing. Vitinha is indeed playing. Here's the starting 11. Vitor Machado Ferreira is right there in the midfield. So hopefully we'll be in for a Vitinha masterclass. PSG is projected to play Bayern or Chelsea in the round of 16. It depends on, well, on how things go today. So basically, for the rundown, I saw PSG go through if they win their game. Doesn't matter what happens. If Botafogo draw or win, they're through as well. For Atletico Madrid to go through, they need to win. No, they need to win and PSG lose. But if PSG win, then they need to beat Botafogo by more than 3 goals. And in that case, then I'm not sure how things would carry on. I'm assuming then PSG and Botafogo, Atleti and PSG would go through. But yeah. Let's please analyze why Dembele ain't important. They is the starting lineup. He's not in because he's coming back from an injury. Like if you come here on Fault Mob, you go and you scroll down injuries. They're still considering him in the injured. So I'm not sure if he's in the game list or anything, but he's not here. That's why. Sorry, I meant Dembele is the only missing player, so this is a good time to look at PSG without him. I mean, you saw PSG against Atletico Madrid. They were just fine. Like, I've always been of the, like, you can make the case in that game, and then afterwards in the game against Botafogo where you lost, that was a, you know, clear sign or a clear, it was clear to go and see that in that game you didn't have him there, you were still perfectly fine, or you struggled. So you could go and show credence to the idea that, okay, yeah, sure, maybe he's actually pretty important, especially on the press. That's where things were a lot more difficult. I'm gonna have both games on at the same time, and I'll put them in picture. All right, so I got both games. I got the Atletico game sort of in picture. Do I want to do that? I'm also recording my screen here. Yeah, no, nothing to exit. Yeah, I think I'll just have a PSG on, and if something happens in the Atletico game, I'll go to that. Here we go. There we go. Come on. It's lagging. Okay, hold on, let me check. And see if things are truly lagging. Nah, things seem to be perfectly fine. Yeah, no, things seem okay. Or unless, let's see. At least when I was watching, they seemed to be okay.
Luis Enrique's team. And the Botafogo top the group, the champions of South America. PSG starts off in second place. And Seattle are bottom. They have to win the game to have a chance of going through and to win the game by a margin of 3 goals or more. That's a tough ask for them.
So from PSG's perspective, the goal is just win and stat pad for the sake of it.
There may well be in excess of 50,000 fans here to watch this finale of Group B.
All right, here we go.
You can just see the fans filling up now. The last game, probably about 10 minutes into it.
I'm good now.
Finally saw it.
Was it lag?
It's quite full, but this is earlier today, and you see people up.
Oh, okay.
In the top
I mean, on my end, everything seems okay.
right across from this top row to our left, a couple up to our right, next to that truck. No, it's a beautiful stadium. Great.
Nah, it's not about winning or losing. It's about how to create chances and how fluent you are. I mean, even in that game against 𝙀𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏, I think we missed the fact that we have Gonçalo Ramos there. We didn't have Dembele dropping into midfield, getting the ball and driving at defenders, which was crucial for us.
How will they fare against
So yeah.
the of European football and
But
this PSG team.
affiche s'il te plaît. Bro, guys, I can't, unlike other times, I can't show the game because of copyright reasons. But this time around, there's literally there's no excuse to there's literally no excuse. The game's free on DAZN. Just go on DAZN, create yourself an account, and you can watch the game for free. Every single game for free. No need to pay anything. All you need is an internet connection. If you're watching the stream, that means you already got that.
Final only 3 weeks ago. Marquinhos and Nuno Mendes both back in their defence. Fabian Ruiz and João Neves starting their midfield with the teenager.
All right, this is going to be interesting. So Saini Mayulu is going up at top. We got the same, bar that. We still got the same wingers in Kvara and 𝙀𝙖. It's going to be an interesting one.
On VAR, we have 𝙀𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏 of Chile, with assistance there from Colombia and Croatia. And we're all set to go at Lumen Field.
This season with NFL Game
Okay,
Pass.
we don't need to hear that. If Seattle win 4-0 and 𝙀𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎 win 2-0, 𝙀𝙊𝘾𝘼𝘾 will top and Seattle finish second. Yeah, that's what needs to happen. Show the score line. I will when the game actually, kicks off and whatnot. I'll put that on. Prediction, Junior. Say 3-0. 3-0. Obviously, I'm hoping for more goals, but I just hope PSG are serious, take things seriously, press and play like they did in that first game against 𝙀𝙧, or like that game against Inter in the final. If we do that, they shouldn't be able to get close to us. What's the score? Well, the game hasn't started yet, but as soon as it does, I'll put the score bug on. But what is everybody else's prediction? Hello, Junior. How are you doing? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Doing okay. 3-1 PSG, 5-0 PSG, 5-0, 5-0. Put the match, please. I can't put the match on. I can't put the match, like, for literally there's no excuse this time around. Go to DAZN, 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝑛.com, and you'll see that you can watch the game for free. Just create an account and you can watch the game for free. All right, here we go. Come on, PSG. Come on. Score early. Come on, Vitinha. We need a big performance by you, man. Here we go.
In that 16th place, Seattle Sounders have to win the game by at least a 3-goal margin to have a chance of going through. Hopes are slim, but you never know.
Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Come on. Bro, it feels like we're kicking the ball out like we're doing a football kickoff. All right, here we go. Come on, PSG.
On match day 2. Around any chance of an upset in this one today.
There's always a chance. It's a game, but this will be very, very difficult. You see Seattle's coming out and trying to press.
Dang, why is the ball's bobbling? Holy smokes. The ball is like it's just straight past. The ball's already bobbling.
They just kicked the ball straight out of play, but then they all had a little sprint to get up. But if you're Seattle, you're going to have to get through. I would normally say maybe 10 to 15 minutes where you're not.
Come on, buddy.
In this game, it has to go a little bit longer. 25-30. Being 0-0.
Come on, PSG. Try to get an early goal. Goal in the first 10 minutes. Calm the nerves a bit, and then keep going at it.
You need the 3 goals. But this PSG team will be even that degree better than Atletico Madrid, who was very good that we saw the other night.
That's PSG's regular kick-off tactic nowadays, that long punt down the pitch. And you can't doubt 𝙀𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙾, given the wonders he has worked with this squad now for 2 years. He's aiming for his 8th trophy in just 2 years. Work to be done here. The Sounders with a long throw. A short one from 𝙀𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙾. Into 𝙀𝙊𝘾𝘼𝑔𝙑𝑎𝑠. 𝙀𝙊𝘀𝑃 now with the cross, a good 1-2. And it was
It's a corner.
the centre half. For a corner.
Are they both injured? Who?
With a promising start.
Yes, a much better start. The first 2 games,
Dembele and Ramos are both out. Ramos is because of a tactical change. He's not injured, but Dembele is still coming back. He's still nursing an injury, or he's coming back from it. But doesn't seem to be in the actual a squad. I would have thought that maybe he's gonna start on the bench and come on later on, but no.
I never liked having my own player in between myself and the player.
That swinging corner. It's going to fall the way of 𝙀𝙀. That was not what he was intending.
No, it wasn't. Let's keep our eyes on 𝙀𝙀. I thought he was very good, especially when he went up in that 10 position.
Yeah.
Position against Atletico Madrid. I'd like to see him for a little bit against PSG. I know a lot of scouts around Europe would like to see him as well.
Bro, we can't just keep the ball for a bit here. All right, just keep the ball for a bit. Come on, Hakimi. Come on. Come on, guys, lock in.
Once again, Reagan moves up from the back to attack this. Sent in by 𝙀𝙀. Reagan was the target near post. Nuhu now. Challenged by Achraf Hakimi.
Another corner, man. Come on, guys. Getting pinned here, though.
PSG to contend with.
Yeah, the high pressure, I think, surprised them. The first 2 games, they didn't do it. 3rd game, they're throwing caution to the wind. Fair play to Brian Schmetzer for being brave against Global's elite.
Come on.
So 𝙀𝙀𝘶 now with Seattle's corner.
Well done. All right, get out.
To clear away.
Step. Faut pas le laisser sortir. Offside. Referee's off. All right, long. Well done at Marquis. Thank you, ref. Thank you for the offside. Took a while, but hey, better late than never.
See Luis Enrique.
You know what, Loki? I kind of want to have the
Wants to play it long.
I think he's about to die soon.
Pressing him. He wants to get the ball on the opposite side of the pitch so they can be the ones that are doing the pressing.
All right. I'm gonna put the Botafogo game on my iPad.
There is Luis Enrique. He's been a winner on a world stage before, 10 years ago as the coach of Barcelona. think PSG will return home as world champions here. A long road to win the trophy. It's their third group game. There could be 4 knockout matches still to come. But this is the end of the tournament on the West Coast. And the knockout rounds begin. They will all take place over in the East. That's PSG's first game here. The first 2 matches were in 𝙎𝙬. That's the way the Group B table stands right now. No goals as of yet in either game. So the way it pans out at the moment is that Botafogo and PSG will be the 2 teams going through.
Okay, I've got the other game as well now.
Seattle's just trying to clog the middle. You see 𝙎𝙬𝘾 and Kent at times. You see Rothrock, they're really narrow, trying to limit the amount of times Vitinha can get on the ball. Then opposite, when the ball went right to Stefan Frei, they pressed him. So we're seeing similar tactics on both sides.
All right, now finally PSG able to, you know, enjoy a bit of possession here.
𝙎𝙬𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏. There's Pacho. 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏. He's 19 years of age.
Ah, it's a bit long.
He's pacey, but not quite that quick.
Yeah, he's not that quick.
𝙀𝙬𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏 was too strong.
Pacho comes from that incredible system down in Ecuador in Independiente del Valle. PSG scouting network is vast. I know they have the funds to do it, but you have to have the right people to find them as well.
Oh, Donnarumma, watch out, man. Watch out, easy.
Here's Pacho, the only player in their back 4 to start every match of this tournament. Marquinhos here was given a rest for that previous game against Botafogo, and he was missed too. Botafogo with that 1-0 win in Pasadena, the Rose Bowl. Jesus, much talked about striker, scored the winning goal.
Is my opening striker? Yeah, he is. He's sort of... I mean, I'm assuming he's going to drop back down a bit more and play more but like Dembele does, but he's on the team sheet though. He's the striker. Ah, come on. Communicate there, man.
Forward went Christian Roldan, one of those 2 brothers. In the
Well won, well won.
Sibling 𝙎𝙬𝘾 plays at right back. There's 𝙬𝙬𝘾. Right fire by 𝙎𝙬𝘾.
Played. Oh,
Ricochet, safety back for Stefan in Seattle's goal. Here's Jesus Ferreira linking up with Ryan Kent. Alex Roldan now.
Well done.
Knocked away by Pacho.
Opinions on the Botafogo game? What the current Botafogo game or the game that they played before?
Hear the drum beat there from the sound wave, that marching band of sound of supporters.
Bro, I don't know what is going on with my 𝙬𝙬𝘾 app there. Come on, ref.
Here straight away. Seattle have won themselves a free kick now.
Sure the referee was going to call that until he stayed on the ground. It is a foul. You see, he just clipped his the left boot of 𝙎𝙬𝘾, I think it was.
Foul was by Marquinhos. He was the oldest player by quite some way in the Paris Saint-Germain team, the only player over the age of 30. Rusnak with the free kick. Reagan with the header.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Lock in. Lock in. Botafogo has a chance here. Botafogo are through. Good save by Onbach.
Against Atletico Madrid, they were second best physically with the height and the strength of the players. Against PSG, they might have a little advantage or at least level when they're on their attacking set pieces and defending, because they have struggled defending set pieces.
I mean, in fairness, PSG have struggled a lot less recently. Like, it's been a historic problem for PSG. But you think against Inter...
They have scored 3 goals or more 6 times this season.
Turn.
Midway through their MLS campaign.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
opponents like these this season before.
Go on. Vas-y, Des.
This is 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝙖𝙞𝙬.
Well, that was the first time you just saw the
Good
press
chance.
wasn't as dynamic as it was in the early stages by Seattle.
I mean, that's going to be the idea. That they can't keep this type of press the entire 90 minutes. And so ideally, hopefully, at some point, they're gonna have to give up.
How about that?
Very good acrobatic effort.
From 𝙬𝙬𝘾𝘼𝙎, acrobatic. Fans loved it. 𝙬𝙬𝘾𝘼𝙎 on towards 𝙬𝙬𝘾 again. Couldn't quite link up there, but what about that clearance by 𝙬𝙬𝘾𝘼𝙎?
Yes, 𝙬𝙬𝘾 can do some spectacular things. He can also do things like we saw in the first game, where there's a silly foul on the edge of the box that resulted in a goal against. He's been here a long time. He's one of the fan favorites. Very athletic. He just has lapses in concentration from time to time.
It's also his birthday today. Turns 28 today.
Bro, there's no one at the...
Lucky.
Bro, that's surprising. There is literally no one at the Atleti Botafogo game.
Play. Feature 𝙀𝙀𝘼𝘋𝙀𝘼𝑎.
Kvara. Chant. Oh! Set. Des. Oh, Des! Oh, well played. Well played. Well played. That's not bad. That's not bad. More of it. More of it. More of it. Faut continuer. More of it.
Case in point, 𝙬𝙬𝘾 just made the spectacular clearance, but here he's just not looking over his shoulder.
I think he might be offside there anyways.
One another, allow the chance. It is well struck, really well saved by Fry up and over his right-hand shoulder.
It's right at him, in fairness. But bro, there is, guys, if you guys are watching the Atleti game, I mean, maybe it's gonna be like the PSG game, but it looks more empty than that game.
There's the ball whipped in. Impact for 𝙬𝙬𝘼𝑖𝙖𝑎. Cleared out by 𝙬𝙬𝘾.
Long ball.
And it was redefined a right back role. 𝙬𝙬𝘾𝘼𝑎 scored 9 goals this season.
It's the USA, of course. It's empty. No, well, because the thing is, though, for the PSG Atleti game, there were 80,000 people there. For the Botafogo game, there were 55,000 people. I mean, listen, I don't, because the thing is, the Rose Bowl is also deceptively big. So there's like, I think it has a capacity of 90,000. So it's hard to tell, but it looks like it looks like there's less people there than the PSG game. Well, obviously, we'll have to wait and see for the official attendance.
Hakimi, who won a world title before with Real Madrid 8 years ago. Saint-Germain, second corner. Was met by 𝙬𝙬𝘼𝑗𝑖𝑎. Volley was by 𝙬𝙬𝘼𝑖𝑎.
Sure.
Second attempt at a clearance at the top of the box. He's miscued both of them. Hopefully, for Seattle's sake, there's not a third time lucky.
It's Paris Saint-Germain's 61st match of this season. They've had 44 wins, only 8 defeats so far. One of those came just 4 days ago. A rare blip for them. They won their previous 6 on the spin. It was their first loss, a meaningful game, since they lost at Villa Park in a Champions League quarter-final over 2 months ago. And they still won that tie overall. 𝙬𝙬𝘼𝑖𝑎 makes that midfield tick for Paris Saint-Germain. There's Marquinhos for Hakimi.
Come on, dictate the play.
It's going to be a tournament where we see
well done.
Rotation. This is PSG's strongest possible team.
Yeah. Des. Tranquille, not the best idea, but it's all right.
I'm just seeing signs where Seattle really doesn't know how to play out of the back. That Stephen Fry at the one out of play.
Yeah, he's gonna have to go long every single time.
Long ball, and here's the game. If PSG can get the second ball, then Seattle's not going to see the ball very much for the remainder of this match.
You can hear the Sounders fans trying to lift their team. They do boast a great record playing here. Before the Club World Cup, just one defeat in this venue this season. It was their last MLS match here against Minnesota.
Chance. Go on.
𝙀𝙖𝘖𝘾𝘼𝙎 got two around him.
Go on.
Found 𝙀𝙬𝘼𝑖. He held off 𝙎𝙁.
Well done.
Now Marquinhos.
Come on, Vitinha. Have a hit. No, I don't mind that.
By Vargas. Fabian Ruiz.
Kvara.
𝙬𝙬𝘾𝑼𝙎𝑎.
Kvara. Oh, shh. Just not enough mustard on it. Just not enough mustard on it. Come on, c'est mieux, c'est mieux, c'est mieux. Faut continuer comme ça.
Very difficult to defend. 𝙬𝙬𝘾𝑼𝙎𝑎. He just tips his shoulder and moves. He's so quick. Keeps the ball so close to him. Some would say the defender has to get closer and close down. It's really difficult when you're defending an open ground 1v1 against a player that quick.
𝙬𝙬𝘾𝑼𝙎𝑎 was signed mid-season by Luis Enrique, so won 2 league titles in 2 countries this season. Half a campaign with Napoli, he became Serie A champions, and half a campaign with PSG, who won their French title once again. PSG, the only French team at this Club World Cup this year, but one of the 12 European nations, and 3 are through already. Bayern Munich, Juventus and Manchester City are in the last 16. Another pivotal game coming on offer for you tomorrow as Chelsea hope to bounce back from their loss against Flamengo as they face 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙐 de Tunis in Philadelphia to see who will go through in Group D.
Come on, come on, come on. Faut plus de justesse technique.
Watch and follow all the action.
The press is good though.
There by John Bell.
Yeah, Seattle can't keep the ball.
Sanders became club champions of North America 3 years ago. A huge achievement that for them. Just the 3rd US teams to win that title. That's why they're here at the Club World Cup. PSG with their first European title this year. It was craved for so long. Were transformed in the past, what, 15 years.
Go on, Cini. Ah, well, good recovery.
Even greater heights in these coming weeks. Fabian Ruiz there with a pass back, which tests the footwork of Donnarumma. He dealt with it well, but then down.
No! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Jesus Ferreira, what a miss! But Donnarumma, just clear your lines, man. Donnarumma, just clear your lines. Just clear your lines, man, please.
No, and these are the differences with some of the top teams. When you get an opportunity like this, you really have to finish it. How many?
Come on, Donna, man.
He just goes.
Oh, we got away with one there. Come on, Gigio. No grande Gigio. No grande Gigio.
Mistake by.
Which stems from the pass that came to him.
Yeah,
not the sort of pass that a goalkeeper, I think, would want to receive.
No, but he dealt with it well. He then was in 2 minds on what to do after it. But I think his first touch.
Good. Yeah, Cini.
So big scare there for Paris Saint-Germain.
I mean, I'll say we're playing better than the Botafogo game, but still not.
This game and still go through.
Still not up to par.
Expectations lie in Group B. They'll want to just win the match and make absolutely sure.
Kvara? Yeah.
That all started with a really good run by Vitinha. Started it deep and and broke the lines. 𝙋𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏 showing his class again and his pace.
Well done.
Left that side for Nuno Mendes, a left back.
Come on. All right. Ooh, good idea. Good idea. Get it back. Get it back.
Ryan Kent was defending.
He's not going to keep that in.
Quite catch up with that. There's a number 9 for Seattle Sounders. He's a player who's been short of goals since moving here. Just one in 22 games before today. He's a winner here in MLS against San Diego last month.
He started his career at Dallas. He's been a very good player in MLS over the years. There was some talk of European clubs and some Mexican clubs looking at him. Made his move here. I think he plays much better than what his goal tally suggests from his move to Seattle. Works hard.
Fabian, play Fabian. Couldn't. It's just not enough dynamism. 𝙀𝙁𝘖𝘿𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏 Ballon d'Or next season, potentially. I mean,
Fabian Ruiz
has the potential for it, certainly, but we'll see. We'll see.
Vitinha. Nuno Mendes.
Whoa, we're creating chances, but we need to put one of these in. Come on, come on.
In the way.
And also just be very careful, though, on the counter.
Referees 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙬, who took charge of Inter Miami's win against Porto last week. It's a statement win that for Lionel Messi's team. Mendes with the ball in there towards Marquinhos. Where will it fall? It's not been cleared away yet. That's further away by Roussinac.
Marquee win for MLS in general to beat one of the European big boys.
The Sounders, one of 3 MLS teams at this Club World Cup. LAFC out, having lost their first 2 games. Seattle still with an outside chance. To Miami can book their last 16th place later on today. Now plays Palmeiras of Brazil. They're the top 2 in Group A.
That's going to be some atmosphere in Miami. But the Hard Rock up, yeah. The Brazilians wanting Messi to lose.
Switch. See Kvara.
Marquinhos. 𝙬𝙗𝘼𝘋𝙬𝘼𝑎𝑙. Fabian Ruiz made that move there from midfield. He scored a lovely goal in the first match, their first goal at the Club World Cup, when they went 1-up and then powered on against Atletico Madrid.
He's got a lovely left foot on him. One thing Seattle's done much better, Joe, today, defensively, the types of chances they're giving away, especially in the early going to the game against Botafogo and Atletico Madrid. Atletico could have been 5-0 up after the first 20 minutes. Here, PSG's getting chances, but they're defending quite well, and the chances are having to really be earned. I think they were given to them in the first 2 matches.
Who's your favorite MLS team and Canadian Premier League team? Well, given that I played for their academy, has to be Vancouver. And then CPL team has to be my local team in Winnipeg, Valor FC. Even though I'm not going to go and pretend I don't watch the Canadian Premier League on a regular basis.
This is João Neves, the young Portuguese international. 𝙬𝙬. With Hakimi. Feed 𝙬𝙬𝘼𝙎.
Well, 𝙬𝙬𝘼𝑎𝑙 made the run and then he stopped. And 𝙬𝙬𝘼𝑎𝑙 saw him while he was on his way.
Different style of forward player, 𝙬𝙬𝘼𝑎𝑙, in the attack today. Gonçalo Ramos had been the starter in the previous 2 group games of Paris Saint-Germain.
Ramos would be more of your target 9, more of a 9 that you would think is a 9. 𝙬𝙬𝘼𝑎𝑙 can play in the midfield. He can also play anywhere across the front 3.
The top scorer, Ousmane Dembélé, is been nursing a thigh she picked up playing for France in the Nations League.
Potential penalty shout out for Atletico Madrid. Never mind, nothing there.
We'll see the weeks ahead for Paris Saint-Germain if they get through. Still no goals yet in either game in Group B. So right now PSG would be advancing with 𝙎𝙿𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏. Reagan's pass there to 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏. Kent. Okay, Marquinhos.
What?
There's a foul there on Ryan Kent, so a free kick for Seattle.
Who's your favorite team other than PSG and Spurs? Well, I have to be what, Vancouver then, I guess, like for in the MLS.
He wraps his right leg around him, slows down his progression.
𝙂𝙧𝘿𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙖 into 𝙎𝙊𝘾. Really can make things happen. That's a fine pass from him.
Watch the ball, watch the ball.
Up against Nuno Mendes. He takes a beating there.
Come on.
Ryan Kent, who's not been here for long, signed in March as a free agent after leaving Fenerbahce.
Very interesting time. He was in the newspapers every day. I live in Istanbul, as you know. Every single day it was a Ryan Kent story. And he wasn't even registered.
He's played some fierce derbies in Istanbul and Glasgow. Had that great stint with Rangers under Steven Gerrard when he won a league title there in Scotland. He came via Liverpool's youth system. Hakimi. Reached a World Cup semi-final with Morocco. Wonderful campaign there had 3 years ago in Qatar. He's also the captain of a flamboyant Moroccan team which won Olympic bronze last year in Paris.
Ah, no one's there, no one's there.
From 𝙎𝙖𝘾𝘼𝑗𝘍. It's amazing the production line of talent from Paris Saint-Germain. Yes, they have scouts that can pick up players all over the world, but from that Parisian heartland of football, they unearth some gems.
Well, not long ago, they were signing the names on the back of the shirts, as well as having just a plethora of talent throughout their academy. But these academy players weren't coming through the system because you had the likes of a Neymar, a Messi, and Mbappe, etc., etc., etc. Now they completely changed how they're doing things. You said it. 31-year-old is the oldest player on the pitch. They've won the Champions League. They're going to win Ligue 1 forever while they have these kind of finances behind them. But they've made an effort now to change their recruitment policy, but not just the recruitment players to the club, but also players.
Come on, guys, lock in.
Now, I mean, the values of the players, if you look at every single player, you know, I think the lowest one's something like 28 million, you know, going up to almost 100.
And that 28 million is probably more than the entire Sounders squad by quite some way.
Quite some ways. The real difference between MLS squads and squads in Europe are those extra players. So we spoke about, we saw that incredible goal by Martinez in the other game. There's not many players in MLS that can do that, and that's what you pay for. You pay for the exceptional, and that's what these teams in Europe have.
He looks like he still has to do his homework. Yeah, he's not been at his best. I just think the forward line overall as a whole has been a bit quiet.
To win the Club World Cup. While the scoreline's 0-0, there will be some apprehension, because if they were to just draw this game and Atletico were to beat 𝙎𝙿𝘾𝘼𝘾𝘼𝑗𝑍, then PSG would be out. Still goalless in the other match at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. 𝙀𝙖 gliding his way forward.
Des. Oh my goodness, that was so well played. Come on. Il faut continuer. Keep it up. Oh, this is.
So easy easy on the eyes.
The finish isn't that great though. The finish isn't good, but oh, it's really good. It's really good. Come on, but we need to put one of these in. We need to put one of these in. Come on, lock in, lock in, lock in.
The shot was hoping he was going to be doing Stephen Fry with his eyes. Simple save in the end.
I thought he was gonna go give him the eyes and go like near. Well, I guess to Stephen Fry's right.
Well, he turned 20 only a few weeks ago. 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏 scored 15 times this season. The last 2 of those coming in the Champions League in Munich. Signed last summer for a fee of just over £40 million from Rennes. Fabian Ruiz. There's Nuno Mendes.
Oh my.
Too strong for 𝙎𝙬𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏. Looks a very calm man for now, Luis Enrique. He's been there at World Cup.
Do you like the new PSG kit? Yeah, I think they're nice. I think they're nice. I prefer the home kit from last year though, over this one. But we'll see. Are PSG qualified as things stand now? Yes, but PSG just need to win their game. If they win the game, they're qualified no matter what. Now, whether they qualify first or not, we don't know.
It's his life, and he's excellent. I was excellent as a player and incredible as a manager. No pressure. I think he just loves it. You see the energy that he has. I think the only manager I see that has more energy than him on the sidelines at times is Diego Simeone.
Ḥakimi.
Ruiz. Roussnack with the Sounders.
Well done.
That was given away, and that might be costly. 𝙎𝙬𝘾𝘼𝑎𝑙𝑙 into Mayulu.
Mayulu, come on. No.
Not meant to go past Coutinho. Past towards Ferreira. For a moment there, Seattle fans were up to their feet as they sensed a breakaway chance maybe, but not to be.
If they're wanting to see something other than defending now, the PSG players have started to get into comfortable positions and possession of the ball, but Seattle's still defending very, very well at the top of their box in those central areas.
Bro, this almost feels like a Ligue 1 game, a really like a low block. I mean, listen, Seattle, you got to do what you got to do, right? But really low block.
Nuno Mendes. Nuhu with the header. Rothrock going in. Touch away from Marquinhos. Rothrock then to Roussnack. Vargas.
Foul, ref. Thank you. Thank you, ref.
And the referee got this correct. I know the fans are booing, but you can see he just comes through the back of Vitinha.
Yeah, it doesn't get the ball.
Seattle's had a couple of options just to release the ball a little earlier on the break. Just not releasing it, and then PSG closes them down. They find themselves defending again.
PSG playing with a good rhythm, but just the one real chance so far in the match.
Corner for PSG.
By Fry. 𝙬𝙬𝘾𝘼𝙎 into the corner.
𝙬𝙬 is the highest rated PSG player. I think he's probably been our best player. Yeah, I think he's been lively. Always had the shot. He's been doing okay. Not nearly as flamboyant and as flary, like unnecessarily so, than in the last game. But we need to put a goal in here.
He's 23 last week. One of the best left backs in world football. Mendes there with the ball in.
Oh yeah. Finitinha. Yes! Vitor Machado Ferreira! Palma Vitinha! Vitor Machado Ferreira! Palma Vitinha! Funny! Nah, fair enough. Hey, that's your guy. Vitinha! Palma Vitinha! But hey, it's 0-0. Stay locked in. Stay locked in. It's 0-0. It's 0-0. It's 0-0. Need to stay locked in. Need to stay locked in. The ball comes out. Oh! Wait, no, that's a 𝙀𝙬𝘼𝘋𝙼𝘼 goal. It's not going to be his goal. It's 𝙀𝙬𝘼𝘋𝙼𝘼. It's a 𝙀𝙬𝘼 goal. But I was thinking, oh, is he offside? But no, he was onside. He was onside. He was onside. Yeah, 𝙀𝙬𝘼. But vamos, who cares? Who cares? Vamos. 𝙀𝙬𝘼𝘋𝙼𝘼. Vamos.
No mistake going in the goal.
Okay, but now, all right, we scored our goal. Scored it later than we wanted to. But hey, don't matter. We move.
It's the 100th goal at this Club World Cup so far.
100th already. I guess, yeah, you did have Bayern stat padding, so.
Just 10 minutes away.
Another 6-0. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Oh, that's a killer blow for Seattle. They've been.
Yeah, we don't care. We don't care. We do not care.
The half has gone on, of course, but you're playing.
That vision needs to be. I mean, I'm not. I don't think he's doing that on purpose. I don't think he's doing that on purpose.
To give away a goal like that.
But yeah.
Well, it's just 5 days away now when Jake Paul is back in the boxing ring.
Okay, now don't do anything stupid. Keep it up. Get another goal. 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙐.
And the co-main will feature 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝘍 against 𝙎𝙪𝘾𝘼𝘍 for the WBA and WBO cruiserweight titles. Watch it on the 𝙬𝙬𝘼 app.
Hakimi first time. Great clearance. Good clearance.
They were very unorganized in that press, and you can't be unorganized. Of course, you can get broken.
Who has the most aura in the PSG squad?
First little sign I've seen of that.
Maybe Dembele. Dembele, maybe, with that ready to sprint in the final.
Nuno Mendes. There's Kent. Third match in a row in which Seattle have gone behind.
And also like the pictures afterwards, you know, copying Kobe with the for the goal with the Champions League trophy. Even in Ligue 1 when he had the trophy on his back like that. Dembele. You guys are lucky the best player in the world is not playing.
In the Club World Cup.
Junior, will we still use the zone after the Club World Cup? I don't really like. I'm not paying for anything right now, so. And they don't show any. Like I know in Canada in Canada, the zone are the one who show the Champions League games, but you know, I'm not in Canada. I don't reside in Canada most of the year, so I won't be using it again unless you know there's another tournament on there. Then yeah.
Watch them play. They're big and powerful. They throw their body. Look very similar to 𝙎𝙾𝑼𝑎𝑡𝑖𝑐O Madrid when defending in the box.
And that's very true, Brad, because Botafogo are a really good team. There were so many people around the world who were like, oh, what a massive shock that was that they beat Paris Saint-Germain. Of course, it was a surprise, but not the scale of shock that I think was made out. If you watch Botafogo, they have some great players. They're champions of Brazil. They're champions of South America.
Brazil's a physical league.
Absolutely.
You can tell by the way they play. Tell by the way, watch any of the Brazilian sides in this tournament. If you haven't watched them, they're all physical. Argentinian sides as well.
Bro, why is my thing stuttering? Holy.
We were impressed by 𝙬𝙬𝘾𝘼𝑍 Play, who will watch here again on Wednesday. Group E finale against Inter, and what a game that should be.
Keep it. Ay. Get it back. Get it back.
Lots off by Fabian Ruiz.
Junior, who do you think was the most disappointing signing last season? Like, of all the signings, or like PSG signings?
They're not going to want to risk injury because they've got a lot of the league to play. He's one, he could throw his weight and his body around. He's physical, quick.
Their all-time record goal scorer, 𝙬𝙪𝙾𝘼𝑎𝑡𝑖𝑐O, who's been absent for now with a hamstring issue.
In Europe. I mean, I just can't remember right now off the top of my head like this, like the bad transfers. So you're gonna have to list me like some transfers, and I can go and tell you who's been bad and who's been good, like of bad transfers that you think in a tier list, sort of.
It's not on the tip of anyone's tongue.
That's true though. That is true. Sounders are doing cardio though.
Teams played in Mexico. They miss players like that because he wouldn't fear playing against any of these teams.
Where can we watch the match? It's free on DAZN. Free on DAZN. So long as you got DAZN in your country, it's free. Mbappe, Kvara. Okay, none of them were the worst. So especially Kvara. Okay, I guess yeah, he didn't come in the summer. He came in later on, but no. 𝙀𝙼𝘼, no.
That's the ball.
Like, give me a list like of potential bad transfers that you think were bad.
Chance to do so.
Because I know PSG. Chance, Des, Fabien. Ah, it's too cute. It's too cute. Just shoot the ball. Just shoot the ball, man. We're trying to pass it into the net. Oh, hey, doucement là. Whoa, whoa, watch out. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
But at least they played the first ball and they released again. They've had 3, 4, 5 chances to do that.
Like, give me actually names of like potential bad transfers that like went there and whatnot. Like, I don't know, like Joshua Zirkzee, potentially. Like people like Mbappe, even though, you know, he struggled in air quotes this season, he's still been a pretty good transfer overall. I mean, most goals, he won the European Golden Boot, La Liga top scorer, most goals, most man of the matches in La Liga, most goals against the top 10. So you can't say he's a bad transfer. Or if he is, then I mean the transfer this year must have been absolutely ridiculous. 𝙀𝙀𝘼𝘶. Ah, 𝙀𝙀𝘼𝘶, unlucky. Come on, 𝙀𝙀𝘼𝘶 again. 𝙀𝙀𝘼𝘶 2.0. Come on. Allez, Kvara, cook him. Oh, that's a good ball. That's a nice idea. Chen? Oh, yeah.
Well, as you call, Brad, in this first half, we've seen 𝙀𝙀𝘼 go from the sublime to the almost ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's been his whole career in MLS. I'd say he's done a lot more positive things than negative things, but he just has situations like that in his locker.
Win it.
Challenge there by Vargas.
All right, well done. Hate. Is there Real hate? I mean, he just said names. I mean, I disagreed. Even though I do not like Real Madrid. I'll go and say openly I hate Madrid, but I can't go and say that I'll go and say that it's not that DAZN is not free. It is. So okay, there's DAZN Premium if you like. You want to watch the game in 4K HDR, but you don't need that. I don't have that. And it's not even free for me. It's not available. If you're in the US, don't pay for DAZN Premium. There's a free version of the game, and then there's the premium version of the game. There's the free version.
Release Ferreira forward.
That's a foul. That's a yellow. Yeah, that's a yellow. No, it's not Vitinha. That's 𝙀𝙀𝘼𝘶. That's 𝙀𝙀𝘼𝘶. Come on, buddy.
Neves.
Yeah, João Neves.
They look similar from where we are.
You don't. That's the premium thing. Scroll down a bit. Create your account. Scroll down a bit more, and you'll see that it's free.
Who are in danger of a yellow card that would mean a ban for the last 16 game. They are Marquinhos and Fabian Ruiz. That might be the thinking of Luis Enrique as the game goes on. Not for now, though.
Well, let's get a couple more goals first and foremost before we start thinking like that.
For a second and a third, then we'll start seeing those players come off. But he'll want to make sure that he's through to the next stage.
Potential penalty check in the Botafogo Athletic game. I haven't seen for who though. From the way the ref is being surrounded, it seems like it's a potential Atleti penalty.
Big impact, and players coming off the bench.
𝙀𝙀𝘼𝘶 in the first game for sure. I think the overall fitness levels as well. They're in the middle.
Any other place we can watch the game, bro? It's literally free on DAZN. It's literally free on the zone. I don't know where else you going to watch the game.
Collision there, but no foul. And here's 𝙀𝙖𝘖. 3-on-3 here. 𝙀𝙖𝘖 up against 𝙀𝙍.
Go on, 𝙀𝙀𝘖. Ah, no 𝙀𝙀𝘖, no 𝙀𝙀𝘖, no 𝙀𝙀𝘖, no 𝙀𝙀𝘖, no 𝙀𝙀𝘖.
Linked up really well in that right.
Yeah, he was gassed. He's gassed.
Wanted the ball.
Okay, the ref is going to the VAR.
He wanted to go for the sensational. And again, knew who's got to win that tackle. I think there's a foul.
Great ball in. 𝙀𝙖𝘖 has been playing really well today.
The outside of the boot, probably to the.
Let's see.
Just got it all wrong.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, he doesn't get the ball.
By way of first half stoppage time.
1 minute at a time. Yikes.
Rothrock wins the header. Further away by Marquinhos.
I don't know what they're checking here though.
Ferreira will chase it. Marquinhos allowed the ball to bounce and then found his goalkeeper.
Okay, I'll go and show. Maybe it's gonna be different for me here, but I'll turn on a VPN, go on like a new profile, and turn in the US. And if you have the zone in your country, it should be free. Penalty.
Well,
let's. Okay, that's halftime.
And Paris Saint-Germain have the 1-goal lead here. The goal scored by the back of 𝙀𝙖𝘖.
Let's see for the Atleti game.
A goal which, as things stand right now, means that PSG will guarantee their place.
Okay, no penalty in that Atleti game. He says there was a push. There was a push in the initial play by 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝘾. Interesting.
To be heading out, PSG on their way.
Very interesting.
Half time. Seattle 0, PSG 1.
No, you can't say that. You can't say that. You can't say that. You can't say that whilst being serious. In what way in Julian Alvarez a bad transfer? Bad transfer for somebody who's like flopped, who's like low-key no longer in the starting 11, things like that. Julian Alvarez is, if I'm not mistaken, Atleti, no, maybe not top scorer, because I think it's 𝙎𝙊𝘾, funnily enough. But second top scorer, was big in important games. You think in that Real Madrid game, okay, obviously there's the that Fugazi missed penalty. But yeah, Conor Gallagher, that's like, for that would be a bigger shout for like a bad transfer. But yeah, halftime thoughts from PSG's perspective: good, but could be better. Good, but could be better. We've created chances. We've not been clinical enough. In fairness, also, I think that's also due to the way that Seattle have been playing. We've been playing really, really, really deep. Yeah. So here's how things stand as of right now. You've got PSG in second. Botafogo is still ahead of us because they've got an extra point. You've got Seattle is dead last with 0 points. Now it's just like Atletico second. So Atleti, they need to win this game. That's their objective. And I'm pretty sure they need to win by like a couple goals as well. They need to win by like 3 at least to just qualify. So I think Atleti can no longer, okay, unless, Seattle were to go back and win, first place for them is basically wraps, is done. We still look shocked by their last result. No, I think they got rid, like that result, it's in the past now. PSG though, like from the PSG's perspective, like you're playing, the thing is going as you expected. Like for the first couple of minutes, it was, yeah, Seattle sort of really did have us hemmed in. They had a couple opportunities, but still overall it's been all PSG. Funnily enough though, you go and you look at obviously the XG. This is the, like, basically this entire XG chance comes on from that Jesus Ferreira shot that he blazed over the net, which was a fault from Donnarumma, but like 78% possession to 22%, 10 shots. Funnily enough, no big chances created. 5 shots on target. They've had none. 1 big chance, which is that one that they missed. So you haven't really been put into any difficulty, but yeah, it could still be better. In terms of players though, so Dewey's the highest rated player with a 7.8. I think so. I think that's fair. Pacho's second highest. Glenn Kvara I think that's about fair. I think our midfield hasn't been nearly as impactful as you'd expect it to be. I think our back line's been solid. Mayulu has also struggled. I will go and say that. Not really been able to be found. I think it's also that he's sort of new to this. He's not typically played as sort of the false nine role, but still have to go. He's still young, and can't be too harsh on him. But yeah. Okay, let me try to figure out, like, for this, you guys are always saying the zone thing. Okay, I'll go and open up a new, like, incognito tab. No, I need an actual, like, personal tab. Okay, let me go like this, turn on my VPN. For those of you who are saying that it's not free, where are you guys, like, from? I'll turn on a VPN so it'll act like I'm, like, trying to log in from there. Let me know so that I can try to go and see more. Or maybe there is actually an issue. Is it the US that you guys are having the issue with? No, it's just because I just didn't know how to watch the game for free. But are you able to see it now? As long as you have an account, it's free. Yeah, you just have to have an account. So are there any questions now on to how to watch the game for free? If you're on TikTok, if you're on YouTube, or wherever else you may be, just go in, create an account. It's free. And then the game's available for you. But overall, chat, what are you rating the half out of 10? I'd say from PSG's perspective, 6. It's not been your greatest thing. You obviously can do better, and ideally you would have wanted to score earlier and not be put in, like, make it be more difficult for you in those first couple minutes. But overall, it's been, we've had most of the game, most of the possession, most of the chances. Just haven't created enough clear-cut opportunities. That's the only thing. All right, so we're at halftime in the Botafogo game. Dang. So Atletico Madrid might actually crash out here. That's interesting. I didn't run like the 25th minute. But so far, what I've seen has been 5. Yeah, I'd say 6 out of 10 thus far. Five out of 10 poor from the best team in the world, but not bad. Poor. I mean, they're winning the game. They've created chances. Of course, they could be doing better, but like 5 out of 10 is like a mid performance. I think PSG have been good, but not good enough, I'll say. But Dewey's looked lively. Dewey has looked lively here today. It's been a lot more simple, a lot more direct. But yeah. Do you think Mbappe will succeed at PSG? I think, yeah, we just need to give him time. The thing is, he's still young. He's only, what, 17? Obviously, we have people like Lamine Yamal, but, what Lamine Yamal is doing is not normal. So, yeah. I think, yeah, give him more time. He's still got time to improve upon and get better. The only thing for me is there going to be space in the squad for him to allow him to develop? Like, perhaps you're going to have to, send him on loan somewhere else to allow him to get experience. But other than that, no, I think he's still going to be quite good. All right, yeah, so the goal in the end, it was actually Kvara's goal. My worry, though, was the fact that maybe he was offside, but he's not. And it doesn't hit his hand. It hits the back of his, his back. The back. I'm just saying, it just hits his back. Dang. I know what I'm trying to say there. is it crazy to say that 𝙬𝙬 excites me more than 𝙬𝙾 Yamal? I mean, you're entitled to your opinion. So yeah, like I think like 𝙬𝙬 is a more flary player. So like it's the type of football that I personally like more. Not okay, and not to say that 𝙬𝙾 Yamal is like bad or anything. 𝙬𝙾 Yamal is also great to watch as well. I also love watching him play as well. But like someone like personally, like if you ask me, I think a fair comparison or something similar is that 𝙬𝙾 Yamal is more like if you want, he's a lot more like, you know, Messi. If you want to go and say he's a lot more, you know, simple, not nearly like he's more techie, and if you want more flary than a Messi, I would go and say. But you know, he doesn't, you know, he's not going to do 1,000 step overs, not all that stuff. That's kind of the stuff I like. I like, you know, the step overs, the flares, the flicks, all that stuff. And that's what 𝙬𝙬 does. Bro, the amount of times I've seen this, you know, one Superman, you know, ad, bro, I think, okay, this could be a good game. I mean, good game, good movie. Are you guys gonna go watch the Superman movie, July 11th? In theaters, July 11th. You guys gonna watch it? Junior, do you actually care about the Club World Cup? I think it got too much hate. I mean, I think people have been, I think it's been about where I would expect it to be, in the sense that the people who are in it, like I've never been the biggest proponent of it, but I've seen it. So yeah, it's a competition. It's not the biggest thing. Like if we don't win it, I'm not, you know, gonna, you know, cry my eyes out and whatnot. But my mentality this season with PSG is if we're in the competition, we want to win the competition. We're in it, we want to win it. But yeah, it's also funny. It depends on, yeah, if you ask a Barca fan, they're going to say, this tournament is, you know, trash, then meaningless. I'm happy we're not in it. But then other ones also are going to go and say that, oh, this tournament is dead. Look, there's no Barca, there's no Liverpool, there's no Napoli. That, like, people are going to say, oh, there's the winner of Spain's not here, the winner of England's not here, the winner in Serie A is not here. Like, how is this a proper competition? Well, I mean, they didn't qualify. The qualification, the way you qualify was pretty clear, and they just didn't qualify. So yeah. I think it's other things too, but I think that is a factor too. Yes, if it was in Europe, it would get a lot more hype. The fact that, for example, games are at bizarre times for people, so on and so forth, you know, early in the morning, I think also turns people off. Junior, in your opinion, is Ramos going to stay at the club? I think he probably will stay. I just don't think that, like, the thing is, if you sell Ramos, who, like, first and foremost, how much can you sell him for? Remembering you got him for what, 65 million from Benfica. Who's wanting to buy him? And then who are you going to go and get instead of him? Would you take CR7 at PSG? What now? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like I wouldn't take an Mbappe at PSG, even though like he's still one of the best players in the world, just because of he doesn't fit the system. He doesn't fit what Lucha wants. Isn't Jonathan David a free agent? He is, yes. And that'll be interesting to see where he goes. Yeah, really interesting. Even as a super sub, like he just doesn't run. And also, like, I don't think that Ronaldo is going to accept being a super sub somewhere, especially at club football. Maybe for the national team he might, but other than that, no. Again, the thing is, so PSG have had the opportunity last year and the year before to get 𝙀𝙀𝘾, and they didn't want him. They didn't want 𝙀𝙀𝘾. So because Lucha just doesn't feel he rates his profile. Man of the match for the first half. 𝙎𝙬𝘼, definitely. Yeah, 𝙎𝙬𝘼. I think he's been the most lively. You know, the front men have been all that lively. So yeah, definitely 𝙎𝙬𝘼 has been the main man there. Really Kylian Mbappe celebration for Kylian Mbappe edit. Which one? The one where he slides down, or the classic one? He's got a couple. He got the one where he goes, or he slides on his knees like that, and there's this, and then there's obviously the yes sir. Well, I don't think he directly criticized PSG, or at least I don't know. I know he's criticized Ligue 1, but he hasn't directly criticized PSG. All right, so now for PSG, well, the point here is to just continue on and try to get a stat pad, because I mean, regardless, just to make yourself comfortable. I'm not sure. I mean, it seems like 𝙋𝙊𝘿𝘾𝘼𝙎 is not going to be coming on. Then he's on the lineup. Maybe get in whatchamacallit, 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝘾𝘼𝙎 in, because I thought he was actually pretty lively in the game against Botafogo. One of the few bright spots. And yeah. All right, here they come.
Some of the stars of the world game. 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝘾𝑝𝘼, Brad, for me, was the standout player in the first half of Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah. I agree.
I mean, in the back, I thought Marquinhos and Pacho were very good as well. But
do you think Dembélé would suit France as a false nine instead of being on the wing? I think so. The only problem is that for France, you've got Mbappe there. So the difference is that when he's at PSG, you got 𝙬𝙬𝘼𝑾, Doué, or 𝙎𝙬𝘼 who do make the defensive effort. For France, Mbappe is not running back, which is why Didier Deschamps wants to put him as a 9, because then it's okay if he does, or it's more okay if he doesn't make the effort defensively. Whereas if you put Dembélé as your false 9, and you put Mbappe back on the wing, you're gonna really feel then the lack of defensive effort by Mbappe. So unless you have him like putting in the defensive effort, it's gonna be tough.
I think anyone would miss him. I know they're winning this game, but he's some exceptional player, especially when the game turns into transition moments.
So Luis Enrique striding back across the pitch from that tunnel area on the far side. 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝘾𝑝𝘼 with the goal. His 8th goal for Paris Saint-Germain Spurs since the Champions League final. Brian Schmetzer has ditched the tie. Now he means business. Second half.
All right, here we go. Come on, PSG. Come on, lock in.
So Seattle.
Here we go.
Get the game going once again.
Seattle go long.
They began the day with an outside chance of going through. They had to win the game by at least a 3-goal margin. Now they're playing for pride to give these fans here, whose support's been terrific, something to shout about second half. And also, they could do a big favour to Atletico Madrid, because if Seattle could somehow claw their way back into the game, then Diego Simeone's team have a chance to go through at PSG's expense.
If they can keep 1-0 for another 15-20 minutes, their fitness levels, they're right in the middle of the season. Throw on 1 or 2 changes, fresh bodies. You never know what.
Go on, Mayulu.
And then press, and then we're going to have some more goals at either end. Don't know which ones, but.
Oh, good pass by Vitinha there. Come on, come on.
𝙎𝙬𝘼𝘾𝑝𝘼. Nuno Mendes.
Oh, come on, Des.
By Doué. Vitinha, excellent feet.
Whoa, Vitinha. Oh my gosh.
Now Fabian Ruiz. 𝙀𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙾.
Ah, good idea, good idea. Just keep it rotating, keep it moving, keep it moving.
Vitinha. Financial for 𝙀𝙖𝙖𝙞𝙡.
Who's been the best team at the Club World Cup so far? It's complicated because I mean after the first game I would have told you PSG, but then obviously they lost to 𝙀𝙁𝑘𝑚𝘼𝙎. You can put like Bayern, but also you have to look at Bayern, like look at the quality of the opposition that you faced, and also that Boca game wasn't, you know, reassuring. You could put Man City, but again, you like it's tough because you have to go and say like, okay, look at the quality of the opposition they're facing. Like PSG had to face, even though they lost to 𝙀𝙁𝑘𝑚𝘼𝙎 are still currently the current Copa Libertadores champions. I mean, maybe I don't know, a Flamengo. Even then, who did they face at the beginning?
𝙀𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎.
I don't know, maybe Man City thus far.
Dazzles defenders, finding 𝙀𝙀𝘾𝘼𝙎. 𝙀𝙀𝘾𝘼𝙎 with a shot which ricochets away behind for a Paris Saint-Germain corner.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. That's what I'd say.
Seattle hasn't started the second half like they started.
You could have France play a 4-4-2 where Mbappe is the center forward, and Dembele is a little deeper. True, but then the thing is though, you also want to be able to utilize people like Michael Olise, Ryan Cherki, Désiré Doué as well. Like you have all these players that you have at your disposal. If you play a 4-4-2, I mean what? Maybe you play. It'd be tough. I guess yeah. You could do perhaps at that point you could do a I don't know, left side 𝙀𝙁 or Doué, and then on the right you can do Cherki or Michael Olise. Oh yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, they are. But even for us PSG, still have to be careful.
Slow starters, and they happen again this year.
Ready, Des?
MLS Cup, last time was 6 years ago.
Right.
Ball, as it came off the referee.
Yeah, the thing is, though, that's the thing. The paradox of Mbappe is the fact that, like, of course, he sort of has to be in the team, but realistically, I'd go and say, like, if he's not there, your squad selection is probably a lot easier to make, but you sort of have to put him in the team, though.
Touch there, a little bit heavy.
Like if he's not in the team, then it's pretty easy. You put Dembele up top. You put either 𝙀𝙁, Doué on the left, Cherki or Michael Olise, or you put one of those two in the midfield, and you play sort of a 4-2-3-1, and then bang, and you can have him sort of come down and drop. But with Mbappe there, you sort of you sort of have to put him up front because he's not going to put that effort defensively. Chance here, Fabian. Can you find someone?
Fighting ball in. It's put away behind for a corner by Nuhu.
Looks a little bit like Urawa. I mean, they're just defending deeper and deeper. I like what they tried to do in the first half. You're playing against a team that's probably better than you, but you did create some chances. Running the risk.
Inter Milan.
The last 20-meter game.
I mean, maybe Inter Miami, but not Inter Milan. Inter Milan drew their first game against Monterrey. Well, they drew their first game, then narrowly won their second game with a winner in the 94th minute. They've looked anything but convincing.
Free kick in favor of Seattle Sounders.
Do you live stream on Instagram? I used to in the past. It's just I don't think there's many people that watch live streams on Instagram. I might do it again in the future, if it's not too much of a bottleneck for me, but not currently. I don't.
Last 16 match in Atlanta. PSG going through with them in second place.
Foul, thank you, ref.
To Philadelphia for their last 16 game. And they would face the winner of Group A, which could be Inter Miami, maybe. We'll see how things pan out
No travel for Inter Miami.
Yeah, but you have to. Mbappe's your captain. Like, he's also like one of the best. You can't not have him in your squad. It's not like he's old. It's not like a Ronaldo situation where, you know, he's past his best. Mbappe is in his prime. Is the best player at Real Madrid this season.
All the venues,
and he's your captain. You can't not have him in your squad. If he's fit, he sort of has to play, and that's sort of the issue.
I know you players love
to play football. It's brilliant.
Junior, please stream the Miami vs Palmeiras game. I know it's late for you, but please, maybe.
In Miami, down on the field with everybody in the stadium, it's got to be 33, 34, 35 degrees on the pitch.
I was hoping you'd have warned me, Brad, to bring my scarf when I packed my bags to come over here, because that 12 degrees on June the 21st, whenever it was a little bit nippy.
We were riding scooters around.
Oh, 𝙀𝙖, nice try.
𝙀𝙬𝘼𝘾𝘼. Bell just about finds 𝙬𝙬𝘼𝘾𝘼.
Good. Bro, the PSG press is actually something else, man. Holy.
𝙀𝙖.
What time is it for you? It's currently, what, 9:12. So that Miami game, I'm assuming it's going to be, if it's going to be at 2 a.m. for me. And like, I'll wake up for a PSG game, but maybe I'll maybe do the Inter Miami game. I'm not sure.
Or when they do win the ball, then they lose it within 2 or 3 passes. Again.
Yeah, the PSG press is actually crazy. Go on.
𝙀𝙖.
Aye, 𝙬𝙬𝘼𝘾𝘼, doucement là.
𝙬𝙬𝘼𝘾𝘼.
Well, one back though. One back.
Fabian Ruiz.
That's the thing with 𝙀𝙖, is that, of course, I love him. He's very flary. I think sometimes though he takes a bit too many touches, but again, that's somewhere we can progress on.
Snapping in there went Ryan Kent.
Well done by Nuno. Good turn. Vito. Vamos, Vito.
Nuno Mendes.
Good switch.
Now 𝙀𝙖. 𝙀𝙬𝘼𝘾𝘼. 𝙀𝙀𝘼𝘾𝘼.
Aye.
Breaks down.
Just not quite there. I get that Mbappe is one of the most important players in the France squad and their captain, but it's about the team succeeding, not about just individualism, like how PSG was for so many years. Yeah, but even when he was there for PSG, even though at times, like, I remember even at times last season, I remember saying that for PSG, like, our best games that season, like, you think of the game against the home game against Marseille, the game the 2 games against Marseille, because in the second game he was on for the most of the time. There are other games where he wasn't there. Those games are probably our best games collectively, and we looked really good. It's just that for the most of the season he played because he's your best player. So you can't not have him in your squad, but he also just doesn't sort of fit your system. It's like the idea, like with sort of Ronaldo, in that he sort of has to be in your squad for Portugal because of the player that he is and the stature he is. And even Ronaldo, at least you can argue, you know, he's sort of past his best, so on and so forth. But Mbappe's in his prime. It's just that he doesn't fit to your system.
Me to be telling him to. But he sees exactly what's been happening.
Miami vs Palmeiras will be one of the best games of the tournament because all the other games have been 3-1 or something crazy. Like, I feel Inter Miami might have a challenge versus the best Brazilian team. We'll see. I mean, I'm assuming Palmeiras go into that game favorites. I think the game was interesting because every team in that group.
In the league, it was in really good form.
Oh, Kvara, cook him. Kvara.
There's the ball, the cross.
Finish, Des. No, Des.
PSG going 2 up.
Oh là, oula, attention là.
Seattle.
Get back in place.
Rothrock goes again. Pacho came across though.
Oh.
Moments earlier, it's a great chance for 𝙀𝙖.
Oh, I have to see that again. I have to see that again. Oh, Des. Let's see it. He does well.
See, it was a very good break of
yeah, it's a good block. It's a good block. I mean, he probably should have taken it first time.
Done after the fact. Really good pullback.
No, I mean it's a good block. It's a good block. He probably could have taken it first time, but he's patient. It's not like it's a bad shot. It's a really good block. It's a good block, but he could have also done better. Unfortunate though. Come on though, we need to score. We need to score here. Il faut marquer.
So Kent and Ferreira, the two players who made well for Seattle, and 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏 and 𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬 for them. He was playing at right back in the previous game, but playing further forward now, more of a right winger.
Yeah, it was like for like in positions. You see Musovski up in that number 9 position, and 𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬 out on the right hand side. 𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬 has some energy.
That cam is nice. I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Also wanted someone who also knows how to defend as well, because he sees this PSG team is just having so much of the ball.
The setup is defensive, but you think the players out there would just love to have a moment here. You think a score a goal against PSG, be up there in some of the best achievements of their career.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And if they score a goal, this crowd, it's a very good crowd today. And
yeah,
one of the best in MLS. They'll get behind them, and PSG will be, I'm not saying rattled to the point of not being able to play, but they'll wonder what's going on. Like we've been in complete.
I just smack him. Just we need to score again. We need to score again.
Remember, a draw will only take PSG through if Atletico fail to beat Botafogo. That game is still 0-0.
That game, I don't see Atletico Madrid going and scoring, 3 goals or something. It's gonna be, if they win, they're gonna win like 1-0.
There's Fabian Ruiz. To see a change made by Luis Enrique. This Paris Saint-Germain side.
Now, Desiree is having a good game, and even then, he still has a bit of that. I don't know what the word is in English, but déchet technique. He's some of the the touches, so on and so forth. Maybe is doing a bit too much, but still, I say he's been our best player. I'll be curious who gets the man of the match, though.
The one here, Vitinha. Hakimi.
Good ball in. Oh la 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 la. Bien joué, 𝙎𝙬𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙬 Neves. Well played, well played.
By 𝙎𝙬𝘾𝘼𝙎𝑒ves. There's 4 bodies in the box. Very good cross by Hakimi. Sort of a mundane build-up. Wasn't a lot of pace to it, but really good cross to that.
It's a great ball in.
Area. Goalkeeper can't come for it. In between the defenders.
Just 20, 𝙎𝙬𝘾𝘼𝑎𝑛 his main role is to win the ball back in that midfield system, but he's been on the ball today and had the license to get forward there. Rothrock up against Pacho. Christian Roldan. Now Rothrock. 𝙎𝙬𝘾𝘼𝑎𝑛 is back defending, helping out. Good challenge in there by Roldan.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Numbers forward here.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
Pacho puts it behind for a corner.
Pacho looks injured. Pacho looks injured.
The first time the entire second half.
Pacho doesn't. He looked. There was a chance there. He looked like he could have ran through. He looks injured.
Give him some encouragement.
I think Pacho might need to come off here. I was gonna say there was one time like good defending. Yeah, he looked injured before because there was a long ball played through and he didn't go at it like he normally. I think he might be hurt.
Just a little awkward stretch as he went to clear it.
limping a bit. The Ecuador international. Here comes the Seattle corner. What can they conjure from this? 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏 with the ball in. His belly went up. Jumping with Marquinhos.
Well done, well done.
No damage done there for PSG.
Ref cam is nice. Yeah, no, I agree. I think the ref cam is actually a really, really good implementation, because obviously people, you know, mocked it all, you know, the whole tournament, so on and so forth. But I think the ref cam is
The fans of Seattle to really savor.
is really nice and interesting. Provides a different dimension to the game, and it actually shows you the speed of the game in real time from a first-person view perspective. Well done. Go on, Nuno.
Left side. Mendes moves ahead of him. Here is Nuno Mendes.
Chance.
Fabian Ruiz.
Fabian.
Set back for 𝙀𝙀𝘼𝘋𝑝𝑖𝑎. Fabian Ruiz. Reagan
Yikes.
clears out. Here's Wisowski.
Well done. Vamos, Marquinhos.
Carrying his team down the pitch if his touch is a bit heavy.
Hey, Bradley �ㄫ𝙋𝙖, j'avais vitesse �ㄫ𝙋𝙖, j'avais crochet �ㄫ𝙋𝙖, accélération �ㄫ𝙋𝙖, pas petit filet �ㄫ𝙋𝙖, je mets des courants �ㄫ𝙋𝙖, elle me dit arrête-toi �ㄫ𝙋𝙖, et après Bradley �ㄫ𝙋𝙖, et après Bradley �㊾𝙀𝑘𝑜𝑙𝑎. Allez, come on �㪑𝑘𝑜𝑙𝑎, Bradley Coca-Cola, come on. Allez, mets des petites vitesses.
Went down there, but
Ah,
quick free kick, but too quick for the referee's liking.
yeah, that's a foul.
The foul by 𝙧𝙧.
Botafogo most underrated team so far. Potentially, yeah, potentially. Unlike, I mean, they're not in the greatest position in the Portuguese league, but they are also Copa Libertadores champions. So, yeah. Bradley Coca-Cola. Bradley Coca-Cola. Come on. I didn't even see. Did 𝙎𝙖𝘾𝑝𝑖𝑎 come off? No, it was 𝙬𝙖𝘾𝑝𝑖𝑎, I'm pretty sure. No, 𝙬𝙖𝘾𝑝𝑖𝑎's still on there, right? Who came off then? Was it 𝙬𝙖𝘾𝑝𝑖𝑎? Attendez.
Very quick. 𝙎𝙬𝘾𝑝𝑖𝑎 as well. Physical.
We'll have to wait and see.
Martinez's free kick. Dinks towards 𝙀𝙀𝘾𝑝𝑖𝑎. That rehearsed move didn't quite come off there. Oh, and sliced by Bell.
𝙬𝙖𝘾𝑝𝑖𝑎's still on, so I'm doing 𝙬𝙖𝘾's off. 𝙬𝙖𝘾 is off. So 𝙬𝙖 and João Neves came off. 𝙬𝙑𝑟 came off.
Who was stretching.
Is he?
I don't think that. Yeah, how they drew it up. Seattle.
I see Barcola.
Here's Barcola. Came off the bench in the last.
Oh yeah, it was 𝙬𝙑𝑟. I see 𝙬𝙖𝘾.
21 goals.
Allez, Barcola!
Good run there.
Ah, you see this one like Bradley Coca-Cola, je ne suis jamais descendu du train. Bradley Barcola, Mr. Nonchalant, Monsieur Nonchalance.
Let me see this. And then he saw his quickness. I'm sure he's walking back going, oh no.
C'est ça. Coca-Cola. Bradley Coca-Cola, the même feeling, the same sensations.
The first half where PSG got their goal, albeit in somewhat fortuitous fashion. In by Mendes there, cleared away. Here's 𝙬𝙖𝘾𝑝𝑖𝑎. Now 𝙎𝙀𝘾𝑝𝑖𝑎.
Seattle's really struggled defending set pieces in this tournament. When they have, they're usually only half cleared.
Yeah, the first goal that went against them against Botafogo was from a set piece. 𝙎𝙬𝘾𝑝𝑖𝑎, their defender, scored for the champions of Brazil.
Third goal in that game as well.
There's Vargas. And 𝙧𝙧. Christian Roldan. Reagan. Christian Roldan.
Whoa!
They could be in here. It's Vargas.
Well done, well done.
Inside.
Well defended. Now counter.
PSG. Just about to
Barcola, vas-y, vas-y Barcola. Bradley, Bradley, mets-lui une vitesse. Allez, il faut le Jufara. Bradley, 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 finish. Vamos! Bradley Coca-Cola. Bradley Coca-Cola, 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 Cola. Bradley Barcola, what I tell you?
10th goal this season. And PSG.
And of course, Achraf Hakimi. Hakimi, Habibi. Hakimi top 3 Ballon d'Or. Hakimi top 3 Ballon d'Or. If you don't like it, cry about it. Hakimi top 3 Ballon d'Or. Or a pass, yes sir. Yes sir, or a pass. Or a pass from 𝙀𝙖. Or a pass from Barcola. What a goal. ¡Qué golazo! Vamos. Vamos, man. Vamos, 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 vamos.
And now this will be very
Coca-Cola and Mancini. Vamos, vamos, vamos.
a little bit of a treat and try to go for
But we go again. On refait les bails. On refait les bails. It's 0-0. Come on. Gotta lock in. I said 3-0. That's what I want. Offside, ref. Thank you.
With his 4th goal in his last 7 matches for club and country combined. Might just be the outstanding right back in world football right now, Achraf Hakimi.
Yeah, he's outstanding for club and country.
Who better than him? Who better than him? Voilà, sérieux, who better than him? Nobody better than him. Nobody better than Hakimi. Personne. Personne le regarde dans les yeux.
Alex rolled down the wing. Second time he gets it. They now know how fast he is. He's able to pause and find the pass. The third time he gets it, he basically owns the right back. He can do what he wants. He wasn't sitting there on the bench just thinking, oh, okay, I don't know why I'm starting. He's come in, he's taken his chance, and he's been outstanding since he's come on. He's only been on for one.
Whoa. Cafu's a bit crazy. Cafu's a bit crazy. I didn't watch Cafu, but from what I hear, not there. But for me,
A day which began with a sense of jeopardy.
For me, top 5 right backs in world football in footballing history, and he's not 5th. Top 4 right backs in footballing history, and he's not 4th. Voila. That's what I have to say. You guys can clip it, do whatever you want with it. Top 4 right backs in the history of the game, and he's not 4th.
𝙎𝙬𝘼𝙖𝘞𝑗𝑼 is moving forward there, but the pass far too long. 2 more players coming on shortly for Seattle.
Think of a 𝙬𝙬 𝘖𝙬 name. Oh, I've got several. 𝙬𝙬 𝘬𝙬, 𝙬𝙬 𝘎𝙬𝑑𝙬, 𝙬𝙬 Golden Boy 𝘬𝙬, 𝙬𝙬 sur 𝘬𝙬, 𝙬𝙬 tu es 𝙬𝙬. Unfortunately, you guys don't speak French, but 𝙬𝙬 𝘎𝙬 means 𝙬𝙬 Golden in French. It's a play on the name, you know, 𝙬𝙬 𝘬𝙬, 𝙬𝙬 𝘎𝙬. No, I wanted to say, you see, you get me. 𝙬𝙬 𝘬𝙬, 𝙬𝙬 𝘎𝙬, 𝙬𝙬 𝘬𝙬, 𝙬𝙬 d'or, 𝙬𝙬 Golden Boy, 𝙬𝙬 l'homme de la situation, 𝙬𝙬 𝘬𝙬 Junior, 𝙬𝙬 da Silva Santos Junior. Oh, Dez. Foul, ref? Ah, unfortunate. Yeah, that's a bit too much. That's a bit too much from 𝙬𝙬 𝘬𝙬. C'est un peu trop. On est back.
Reagan, big centre half with some good feet. He was fouled. The referee there played the advantage. Reagan. Alex rolled it.
If Atletico win, if PSG win their game, they're through. It doesn't matter what happens. If PSG win, they're through. Head to head, they'd be head to head with Atleti. They beat them in head to head. They've beaten them in the head to head. So the only way right now, if PSG win, they're guaranteed to go through. The only thing is if Atleti were to win by more than 3 goals, they would qualify and Botafogo would be eliminated. That's the only thing that would change. Because if that was the case,
So 2 more players with their chance now to impress for
like PSG are guaranteed to qualify because in terms of head-to-head, they've got Atleti beat. And also in terms of the goal difference, well, I mean, unless Atleti have got something crazy, yeah. I mean, we'll see. But for now, that game is 0-0. And I think they would have known that they need to go and score a couple. PSG, listen, PSG, Portugal, Saint-Germain. Portugal, Saint-Germain. With the amount of Portuguese players we got on our team, Nuno Mendes, Victor Machado Ferreira, João Neves, Nuno Mendes. Can't remember his full name off the top of my head. But I'll remember it. I'll have to go and look up their full names. I know Nuno is something Nuno Alexander something Mendes. Whoo! Whoa, Victor Jesus, man. I mean Igor Jesus, pardon me. What a chance there. Chance again here? Hakimi? Oh, Benissy.
They're given away by Nuhu. That's how to play their way out. 𝙀𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙾. This is Manungu. Came off the bench to good effect against Atletico, and away he goes again here. He's paces away. Shot has been tugged there too by Mendes, but play on for now.
Well done, Nuno.
Mendes.
Oh, that is a pace battle. That was a pace battle.
Just kept in by Barcola.
Allez, Barco! Allez, vitesse! Allez, Barco! Vas-y, Barco! Ah, dommage.
Christian Roldan. Lucky Nuno Mendes, they're not taking the yellow card for that.
You're watching both games wild. I've got the second game on my iPad.
Well, the one thing Manungo has is pace and physicality. He can deal with players like PSG have. He was very good when he came on against Atletico.
And we need to watch those late runs there from by Seattle.
Born and bred players in their squad. Now a club who have a great academy system. Bring through some
I know more than enough of that. I've had my fair share of games against Seattle. Yeah, so that's why they're the ops. Cascadia Derby. I've participated in a few of them. Too long. Well done, Warren.
Forward there by Obed Vargas, who is a young player born in Hawaii. Here's that PSG second goal again.
Yeah, just see with Barcola, he just paused everyone because they know how quick he is. Good finish by Hakimi, up and over Stefan Fry's leg and beyond the reach of his hand.
What a campaign he's had this year, scoring goals in the Champions League quarter-final, semi-final and final. Scoring now at the Club World Cup. 26 years of age, so maybe yet to really reach the peak of his career.
That's what I'm saying. Cafu, Dani Alves, watch out, eh? Watch out. That #1 right back in history.
Exceptional.
I'm just putting it out there. Hey, just for the people to remember, PSG have had 2 of the best ever left backs at their club. Hakimi and Dani Alves both played at PSG.
Mendes, the other fullback. Hatcher finds Marquinhos. 𝙀𝙖 sprinting now. Reagan got there first. Manungu with their header. 𝙀𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙾. Christian Roldan. Fabulous ball there. Ball rock. Put away here, Rothrock.
Oh là, attention, hein.
It was a good battle that with 𝙀𝙖𝙖𝙖, who thought he was being fouled, but the ref said play on.
And they played a quick corner here. PSG had their heads down. Yeah, Rothrock just kept going. There may have been a little.
Dang, I haven't really seen much more of Vitinha in this game. He's been a lot more quiet.
To see a goal going. No, I'm not suggesting.
𝙊𝙬𝘼𝙖𝙶 Ramos coming on for 𝙀𝙧 𝙀𝙬𝘾𝘼𝙎.
By the Seattle fans.
He's didn't nearly offer nearly as much, but he's young. He still has a lot of time to progress.
PSG is 𝙀𝙧 𝙀𝙬𝘾𝘼𝙎. They're going to bring on the number 9, 𝙊𝙬𝘼𝙖𝙶 Ramos, who was a starter in the previous 2 games. The Portugal international helped his nation to win the Nations League a few weeks ago.
See right away, Ramos is back to defend. He's got a little bit more prominence in the air than 𝙀𝙖𝙖𝘶 did.
Reagan.
Foul.
Now
Whoosh, Des, bien joué.
to 𝙀𝙖𝙖. Now the break's on, and they've got 5 in white shirts.
Unlucky.
And there's 𝙬𝙬𝘾𝙗𝑼𝙖𝑆.
Superior man of the match. You know what? I'll try to actually vote for that. So it is at play.fifa.com/PO player of the match.
PSG. As you mentioned earlier, they're a club who
Open soon. When does it open?
Years gone by, but last summer they lost.
Chat, who are we voting for? I'll actually try to do a vote for this. The 𝙂𝙂 Ultra Superior Player of the Match.
59 goals they've scored this season.
I think Luis Enrique has spoken about it. He wants a team of stars as opposed to individual stars, so they can work as a team. Football goes sort of every 4 or 5 years and changes a little bit.
Can you say Jean-Philippe Mateta?
I'm sure a lot of people are going to try to imitate what they've done.
What you have to admire, see about
What's the English way of saying it?
real coach.
Jean-Philippe Mateta. In French, Jean-Philippe Mateta. He's of Congolese origin.
The players have really had that buy-in to become such a winning formula.
As a player, you have to respect what he's done, both as a player and now as a manager.
It's such a stupid name for the man. I don't know why why they're saying, like, even if you just say player of the game, that sounds like, because I think they're trying to do it to be, I don't know, generic. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. These are all men. I don't know why I say man of the match is an issue.
Well played there by
Barcola.
Oh. 𝙀𝙖𝙖𝘖 clears it away.
He's just been sensational since he's come on. It's only probably 5-6 touches, but everyone has been brilliant.
I'm Vitinha.
Seattle Sounders, and one that may well force a change in May, because 𝙀𝙖𝙖 is down there and he's just cramped.
What's the name for the man of the match? According to them, it's like the 𝙂𝙂 Ultra Superior Player of the game, of the match. Pardon me.
Oh, maybe it's that left knee was shard.
Maybe like his ankle, left ankle.
It's an awkward one there for 𝙀𝙖𝙖.
It's one of the issues when you bring the grass in on trays. Sometimes you go down on one of the seams. See, when he put his toe in there, it just looked like a little bit of a wobble.
Bro, Atletico Madrid are gonna crash out of this tournament. They are actually gonna crash out of this tournament. That's crazy.
Grass will move away again.
74th minute.
The Sounds are used to at Lumen Field, venue they share with the NFL side, the Seahawks. For this last change, we're going to see Jordan Morris coming on, which would be a great moment for him.
Well, they might have to pause a little bit before.
Top 10 new gen players: 𝙀𝙬𝘀𝑼𝙖𝑖𝑗𝑎𝑙, 𝙀𝙀 𝑑�oué, Joe Bellingham, 𝙀𝙬𝑑, 𝙀𝙬 𝙀𝙀, João Neves, Rodrigo Moura, 𝙀𝙀. Not in any order, in my opinion. Is it like, how old is Igor Jesus?
In terms of light for light, you wouldn't make that change, but just in terms of Morris having a chance to play at the Club World Cup.
No, wonderful.
𝙎𝙬𝘼𝘋𝙬 is 24 years old.
Absolutely. And
I don't know how you're considering him as like new gen players. If that's the case, like, where's Jude Bellingham?
unless you're going to move,
Where's I mean, you have João Neves in there, 𝙬𝙬𝘼𝑔𝙬.
play left back.
Even a Bradley Barcola is younger than him. Michael Olise as well.
Possibly, but yeah, then really changing up your team.
Square pegs in round holes, as they say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Looks like Nuhu might come on.
Like Igor Jesus, if I'm not mistaken, is the same age as Vinny. Vinny's 24, 25.
Which is never a wise move against PSG.
Like even like Haaland age as well. Erling Haaland, people like Florian Wirtz as well, Jamal Musiala as well.
Okay, he's back in.
Yeah, he's back now.
Olise isn't a bro, buddy. Come on, buddy, be serious.
𝙀𝙬𝘼.
Come on, PSG, get one more goal to confirm my prediction. 𝙬𝙬𝘼𝙖 is coming off for 𝙬𝙬𝘼𝘋𝙬, right? I think 𝙬𝙬𝘼𝙖 has been our best player.
He'll be coming on now for PSG, on in place of the very impressive 𝙬𝙬𝘼𝑔𝙬.
Bravo, Dez. Bien joué, Dez.
17.
Dez doué, Désiré doré, Désiré golden boy, Désiré. Quelle performance. Actually, I want to see what this performance is like. Lineups. 𝙬𝙬𝘼𝑔𝙬 got an 8.1.
Well, coming up next on the Club World Cup, the top two in Group A go head-to-head. Can Lionel Messi inspire his Inter Miami team to a last 16 place against Palmeiras of Brazil? And we'll also bring you the other game in Group A, where Porto and Al-Ahly meet in New York. Both teams can still qualify for a last 16 place, and both matches live on the 𝙬𝙤 app.
Oh, nice idea by Gonçalo.
How about that sound around the midfield? The team heading out, 2-0 down here, but 50,000 of them clapping and chanting in unison.
PSG, it's the exact same kit. It's the exact same kit. So that's why they're keeping the same away kit for two seasons. Which I like the kit. This is the kit here. I like it. The Eiffel Tower here. I personally enjoy it.
Season again back at MLS. Would you put them in a playoff picture and potentially going as far as the MLS Cup final again?
Oh yeah, without doubt, they're going to make the playoffs. Whether they finish between third or sixth, that'll just depend on injuries and how some games go here and there. And then once they get into MLS, especially if they have home field advantage, when you play on this turf in front of these fans, especially as the weather changes again and you get into the fall, closer to winter, it's an incredible advantage for them. So yes, they will be, in my opinion, in the semifinalists of the Western Conference, and then where they can go from there.
Allez, Barcola again. Allez, Barco. A little shimmy. Good ball again. Find someone. Oh, that's in. Surely that's in. Oh my. That was brilliant though.
And you see Nuhu, he does some unbelievable things.
Oh, I thought maybe that was actually in for goal line technology. Well, we'll see.
That was a spectacular clearance.
Could have been, well, should have been 3.
Who's around?
I want to say that started again with Barcola here on the left-hand side.
Wow, what an entrance. Low-key, Barcola kind of been cooking today.
𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝘾. Off his toes by Reagan.
Can we vote yet for the superior player of the game? Bro, what do I need to do?
Vargas.
Open soon. What time does it open at? It's only like 5 minutes.
Challenged by Fabian Ruiz. Christian Roldan.
Oh, attention, 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 Fabian. Watch out.
Can he pass Ruiz? Manungu going on. He was direct, and he wins his team a corner off Mendes.
I gotta say, I'm wondering. Oh, here's this clearance. Zinhu who comes back to the line. Oh,
Whoa, that's a great clearance. That's a brilliant clearance.
Just throws his foot at it. Manungu, and what we've seen from him, he's been excellent. I'm surprised he's not got more minutes.
Jordan Morris is coming on.
So the pitch here now is
Cult hero. I think he's from Seattle as well. I remember when he was like young. Jordan.
All-time record goal scorer.
He's 30. Oh, he's only 30. Dang. Okay. Yeah, he's from Seattle.
Labour with the ball there. Reagan won their header. Up went Musovski. It's come back to Alex Roldan. Now Rothrock.
You're asking about the league. What's really important for Seattle is a player like Jordan Morris is fit for the remainder of his league.
His first outing for 2 months. He's been out with that hamstring issue.
He's coming and playing as a number 10. Musovski's up ahead of him. It's not his normal position.
There's Musovski.
Whoa, la Fabian. No.
Play by him, Jordan Morris. Well, it was almost meant to be. He wins his team a corner. And here, that reaction.
Yeah, you'll see the fans have missed him.
Griezmann, ¿qué pasa?
He's one of the greatest players Seattle's ever had. He's one of the most important players in their team right now.
US international too, Jordan Morris. Is that going to fall? Poked away. Alex Roldan. Seattle ending strongly.
Oh, come on, Gonzalo. Come to the ball. Attention, watch the shot.
Took it on, and it wouldn't quite bend in time. Good effort. Not too far away at all.
Bro, when is the voting going to open up for this superior game of the player of the game here? Dang.
He had to take an extra little explosion out. He wasn't sure. And he's a big, tall goalkeeper. That would have needed to take some strike from there, but some strike it was.
Just sense that concern there, couldn't you, in the dive from 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝙎.
When it left his foot, it didn't look like he was going to dive, and then he reacted late.
Where to vote? If you go, it's play.fifa.com/POTM.
Nuhu. Now Labour.
Put the link in.
Alex Roldan. Morris. 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝙎. Nudge, but he kept his balance well. Looking for Rothrock. Defended by 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝑖. There's that bite and hunger from Labour. Labour's ball there. Pacho won the header. Manungu. 2 to beat. Down he goes.
Nothing there. Nothing. Get up. Get up.
Well, VAR will check it. And the Sounders fans.
I mean, the ref had a pretty good look at it.
And we'll need to see if he was outside the box as well.
Rothrock's ball in there was too long.
We'll soon find out.
5 minutes at a time.
Just outside the box. It may have been a foul. Let's see.
Let's see. Give him a yellow. Give him a yellow for diving. That was disgusting. First and foremost, it's not even in the box. That is a disgusting dive. Oh my gosh, man. Get that Fugazi nonsense out of here, man. fishing for penalties, man.
Checked by VAR, and that check is complete.
Oh, I can vote. I can vote. Chat, who should I vote for? PSG?
I've known Brian for a long, long time, 𝙀𝙀𝘶𝑚𝑒𝑡𝑧𝑒𝑟. He knew it wasn't a penalty. You could see his reaction. If he thought it was.
PSG, guys, Bradley Barcola. I mean, what am I saying? Barcola. Surely 𝙀𝙖, right? 𝙀𝙖's been the man of the match. Although,
You have to admire what the Sanchez.
I'll wait a bit more. I'll wait a bit more because maybe we know we score a late minute goal, a late minute winner.
Chasing for so long against a PSG team who play the ball around so well.
Give it Barcola. Barcola's been good, but I think 𝙀𝙖's been better.
I did like how Seattle started the game. They started positive on the front foot. Looked like they weren't fearing anything. Second half at the start of it.
I'll wait because, I mean, if Barcola were to go and score another goal here or do a madness, then I'll give it to him.
Just over 50,000 fans have been here to watch this game today. The biggest crowd so far, Lumen Field. 5th of 6 games here. One more match to come on Wednesday when Inter.
Oh, I thought you've scored. Griezmann. All right, they need to score a couple more though, but
really lucky with the games we've had here.
I think Botafogo are still ahead. I don't know how the head-to-head works though.
Yeah, the Red Diamonds fans, yeah, terrific.
So with this Atleti one, I think they're still behind though. PSG go top of the group though. PSG are top of the group now though. Dang. Okay. Keep this result. PSG are top of the group. Let's go. I said it. I knew it could happen. The haters are gonna be mad. Merci 𝙀𝙖𝘶𝑗𝑼𝑗. Thank you as a Frenchman. Merci 𝙀𝙖𝘶𝑗𝑼𝑗. Good play though from Julian Alvarez. Julian. 𝙀𝙖𝘋𝘼𝑗𝑎𝑏𝑒. Oh, just a bit longer.
Late goal in the other game in the group in LA, the Rose Bowl, where Atletico now lead Botafogo 1-0. And that means right now that PSG would win the group. Botafogo was still through with them. Atletico would remain in 3rd place.
I think they need to score more goals. They need to score 2 more goals. So that's going to be an interesting end to the game there. But PSG get 1 more goal just to, you know, just for the vibes, for the vibes.
PSG want 1 more goal here. Not long to find it.
I think they know what's going on down there because they're just keeping the ball. Of course, if something opens up, they'll have a go.
I mean, everything out now, whether you finish first, it's sort of out of your control. You've done your bit. You're winning your game. Maybe I get another 3rd goal for a cheeky, you know, 3-0. But nah, you've done. Hey, doucement. Wow, well done, Nuno. Bien récupéré. What are you talking about? Who are you? But we're smacking you guys. Shut up.
𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘾𝑗𝑖𝑚𝑒𝑟.
I mean, in fairness, you got to go and say this group's been really, really tight.
Nuno Mendes.
Again, PSG doing this without their best player. That's game. So PSG are qualified for the round of 16 of this Club World Cup. That's good. People said, oh, we can get knocked out. Shut up. Okay, I'll vote for 𝙀𝙖 then. I think 𝙀𝙖 was the best player. 𝙬𝙬𝙀𝙖. Bang. 𝙬𝙬𝙀𝙀, man of the match. Confirm. Oh, close! What do you mean? Wait.
Seattle Sounders bow out.
What?
3 games, 3 defeats for them, but on this grand stage.
Oh my, voting's closed.
and their show.
When do they close this voting?
Against some heavyweights of world football.
So you have to vote before the 90.
PSG.
Well, I voted for 𝙀𝙖𝘖. I voted for 𝙀𝙖𝘖. I voted for 𝙀𝙖𝘖. In spiritually, I voted for 𝙀𝙖𝘖.
And right now, PSG would go through as the group winners ahead of Botafogo. They had that stumble. Botafogo. But
Man of the match, though, in the Atleti game, I'll have to go and give it to 𝙀𝙀𝙼𝘋𝙀𝙼 Álvarez.
they began the event so well with those 4 goals against Atletico Madrid. And they've ended their group stage with a comfortable win here. Maybe playing in second.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup.
Some big players.
But for next time, I'll know. I'll be curious to see who actually wins it.
𝙀𝙊𝘾𝙄𝘼𝙎𝙏.
Yes, sir. The best player in the world can be back.
Knockout phase. But PSG have done the job and they've found their way beyond this group stage section. And they've beaten Seattle here 2-0. And Brad, a performance which was one of professionalism with 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙖𝙎𝙏, the player of the match.
No.
Yeah, it was.
𝙀𝙬𝘼.
Seattle Sounders.
𝙀𝙬𝘼. I mean, fair enough. I thought he had a good game too. Okay, you know what? Actually, I can hear that. But for me, Desiree is the best.
The first 2 games they didn't do that, but Seattle can keep their heads held high. PSG did exactly what they thought they would do.
Yep, they've won here 2-0, and PSG are safely through.
All right, so 𝙀𝙬𝘼 won it. Again, what I'm saying, I've said 𝙀𝙬𝘼 top 3 Ballon d'Or. People call me crazy. But anyways, all right, I'm watching the Atleti game, sort of here. Should I bring it up? Actually, I can. Let me bring up the Atleti game so you guys can hear it.
The clock is still inevitably ticking.
The goal now would be huge. In it goes.
All right, there you go.
It comes for Lino here. Lino shot.
Oosh. If I'm not mistaken, now the difference is goal difference. They need to score 2 more goals. So it's basically done.
Felt he had to. This is Matteo Ponce.
Well, they go because of that and because in the head-to-head, at least thus far, if Botafogo were to score a goal, then PSG would go back down to second. So it's not done yet. But yeah, Botafogo, I think they're perfectly fine finishing second in the group.
Given away by 𝙀𝙖𝘼𝘾𝙄𝘼, could be expensive too. Here's 𝙀𝙬𝘼. Wins a free
Foul.
kick.
Yeah, and I think 𝙀𝙀𝘼's had a better season than him. Again, another game where 𝙀𝙀𝘼 goes and scores a goal in a decisive game.
This is, he took 3-4 touches onto his right foot, desperately looking for a pass. Knew he had to take responsibility eventually, and someone's got to step up now.
There's Lenglet for Javi Galán for Atletico Madrid.
Let's see.
Lino.
Putting the ball in.
Lenglet's cross.
Lenglet.
Griezmann.
Oh, Griezmann.
Now, Martinez.
Oh.
A corner.
No, I'm pretty sure. Do they not need 2?
Much like the PSG,
They need to win by 3. Because currently,
around the goal, they managed
they then go to goals scored. How many goals have each one scored? I think they need to win by 3. I don't even know what it would be next.
Further from danger by Botafogo.
Hold on, let me look at the scores.
Lino.
FIFA Club World Cup on your actual FIFA website to see that the amount of goals scored for. If they were to go and score another goal.
Llorente has support as well with him as well. Now from Marlon Freitas to play 2 minutes.
Standing. Let's look at the standings. So in Group B currently, Atleti has scored 4 goals for.
10 minutes of
So actually, no, I think Atleti just need 1 more goal because I think it's goal difference that's first.
job well done.
So if Atleti score, they're through, if I'm not mistaken. Because at that point, they would have scored 5 goals, conceded 5, yes. But I think it goes head-to-head. They would have won the head-to-head. But then they're not there through right now. But then second is goal difference. They would have the same goal difference because currently they have a goal difference of -1. And Botafogo have a difference of +1. if they were to score, both would be on 0, and then the difference is goals scored. So they need to score one more goal, if I'm not mistaken.
Yellow card, 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝑗𝑖, and he will miss now the game in the last 16 with suspension. Here's 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝑗𝑒𝑠 battling away still for Botafogo. Rodriguez, 𝙎𝙬𝘼𝑗𝑒𝑠. A minute.
Bye, Junior. I'm going to sleep for school tomorrow. All right, cheers. Thank you for joining up on stream. It's been a pleasure as always.
𝙎𝙬𝘼𝑗𝑒𝑠 then will miss that game in the knockouts with a 2 yellow card ban.
This party is starting. The thousands of fans behind the goal.
Oh, I want to see how many people were actually in the stadium for this game.
𝙎𝙬𝘼𝑗𝑒𝑠.
Last couple seconds here in this game.
20 more seconds to play. Botafogo
3.51 XG. Holy smokes. For Atleti, dang.
Koke for Atletico Madrid. On to Llorente.
They need to get the ball in the box and try to hope for the best.
𝙀𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙾 Molina. Koke. Molina goes again, but stopped by Cuiabano. And the full-time
That's
whistle.
game. It is over. Botafogo go through.
To the knockouts.
Wow. Atletico Madrid are out.
Magnificent by the Brazilians.
Wow.
And the first big name to fall is Atletico Madrid.
Atletico Madrid are out of the FIFA Club World Cup. Wow.
Griezmann's goal not enough to get them into the knockout stages. And for Paiva and Botafogo, the journey goes on. They've won here.
I mean, I guess from Atleti's perspective, you can go and say that the thing that's done you here is the fact that Botafogo beat PSG. If PSG had drawn against them, Atletico Madrid would have been through. Dang, that's rough. That is tough. Well, very well, very well, very well. One European giant down and out. True. But it's crazy to think that all that comes from the only reason Atletico Madrid are out is because PSG failed to beat Botafogo, or lost to Botafogo rather. Had they beaten them, hold on, let me make it a bit brighter here. There you go. Had they beaten them, or just not lost to them, they would have had more points than them, and obviously PSG would have won the group. So from the PSG perspective, you've done everything. You've won your group. You know, okay, sure, you lost against Botafogo. You've topped your group. But from the Atleti perspective, you sort of, if you want to go and expect it, like going into this Club World Cup, you would have thought, Atletico, maybe, yeah, sure, they'll go and lose to PSG. But then it's from their perspective is win your 2 other games and you should be okay. They didn't do that. That's the thing. They didn't do that. They lost what am I saying? Win your 2 games and you should be okay. And you did that from the Atleti perspective, but because PSG lost to Botafogo, you're out. That's kind of tough. But dang, PSG really, even with losses, they're still going through, topping the group, and Atleti are out. That's crazy. That's crazy. But so PSG is the first team, or things are beginning to shape themselves for the knockouts. So Flamengo have been guaranteed top spot, I'm pretty sure. If you look at the groups, let me look at Flamengo. Yeah, Flamengo are guaranteed to finish top spot no matter what. And now PSG are as well. I want to look at the brackets here. Let me see if they're gonna have it here on FIFA. Scores and fixtures, maybe. One B. So PSG is gonna face, their next game is in Atlanta, and they are gonna be playing whoever finishes second in Group A. So if we have a look here at the brackets here, so PSG is on this side of the bracket. So the 1B, they are the team that finished first in Group A. They're going to face 2A. So whoever's second in Group A, which is either going to be Palmeiras, Inter, Miami. I guess any team can actually realistically finish there, but you'd say it's probably, honestly, you actually don't know, because so you'd assume Porto is going to beat 𝙀𝙬𝘾𝙼𝙎𝙏. Thing is though, if Inter Miami get a draw, wait, hold on. It'll be interesting to see, because if Inter Miami lose, they'd be on 4 points. If Porto win, they're on 4 points. If that's the case, the tiebreaker between them two is head to head. But then I think you could find yourself in a similar situation as whoa. Hold on. Let me think about this straight. Because this is how they're on right now. Let me actually zoom out for this. So Palmeiras, Inter Miami. Obviously, Inter Miami and Porto drew. So the head-to-head is even there. Inter Miami beat Porto. So if they were to finish on the same amount of points, depending on other things, Inter Miami would go through. And this is even if... Dang. Dang, so Porto actually need... If I'm not mistaken, Porto need Inter Miami to... No. Hold on. Am I not getting this correctly? If Porto win, they'd be on 4 points, okay? Even if Inter Miami win, they'd be on 7. And then Palmeiras. So the only way, if I'm not mistaken, if I've done my math correctly, for Porto to go through, they need Inter Miami to win, and then they need to win and stop pad on the goal difference against 𝙀𝙀𝘾𝙼𝘖. Because even if they win and Palmeiras, smack Inter Miami, they'd be level on points with Inter Miami, and in that case, it's head to head. That's the first tiebreaker. So Inter Miami would go through. Dang, Inter Miami is in a really good position here then. Would you want Inter Miami or Palmeiras? Obviously Inter Miami. But yeah, hold on. Let me put back on the PSG one. Hold on. Are you guys listening to? No, you guys are listening to that. It's goal difference over head to head. No, it's not. It's head to head. Head to head is the first tiebreaker. FIFA Club World Cup tiebreaker. Bro, I can't even spell it. Yeah. Head-to-head winners between and then head-to-head goal difference, and then head-to-head goal scored. So these are the winner is number 1, and because Inter Miami beat them, they go through, and then it's the head-to-head goal difference. But because obviously Porto lost to Inter Miami, they go through. So Inter Miami are surprisingly in a really good position here. Even if they lose, dang. Hold on. Surely I must have gotten something wrong here. Because even if Palmeiras stop pad against Inter Miami and Porto win, it doesn't matter. Like, the only thing for Inter Miami is they hope that 𝙀𝙀𝘾𝙼𝘖 doesn't beat Porto. But Porto's in a really, really sticky situation, in fairness. Dang. I mean, that's an interesting... I'm not sure if I'm going to stream the game, but I might have to, low-key... what time is the game at, actually? They're at 2. So I might stay up for it. Or dang. So PSG topped the group. With 6 points. Well, all 3 teams finished on 6 points. Seattle's obviously dead last. Intriguing. Guess we'll have to wait and see. So PSG have scored 6 goals, conceded 1. I mean, defensively, PSG's been, you know, all right. Stream it, please. Maybe. I'm not sure how many people are going to be up or be there for me to stream it. So we'll have to wait and see. Hold on. If the tiebreaker is head-to-head, why is Botafogo not top? So the reason is, so if you look at, for example, PSG, in this game, as we saw before, the first tiebreaker is head-to-head, like wins. And then the second tiebreaker is head-to-head goal difference. And then if that's still tied, then it's goals scored. So in that case, that was a scenario, is the fact that if you look at, yes, head-to-head wins, the thing is, though, is that in every single one of the situations, because PSG, Botafogo, and Atletico Madrid all finished on 6 points, they've all got that. So in terms of the head-to-head, each team would have beaten each team. PSG beat Atleti beat Botafogo beat PSG, which means that on the head-to-head, they've all lost one and drawn one to them. So then the difference between them becomes the goal difference. So that's why PSG is number one. PSG had scored 5, and then even if it went to goals 4, PSG would have had scored more goals. Botafogo finished second because they had the better goal difference. Were Atleti to have scored another goal, if I'm not mistaken, they'd be on the same amount of points. I mean, the same goal difference. But in that case, Atleti would go through because they would have scored more goals overall. You get me? And so that's it. So I thought you just need one more goal and they would have been through, if I'm not mistaken, if I've done the calculations correctly. But yeah, dang. Man, it's interesting. At least there's good narratives here. That is interesting. But yeah, no, from PSG's perspective though, good win. Just want to see again what the XG was for PSG. 2.12, so you scored as many goals as you were expected to do. Honestly, again, like PSG, I feel like PSG in this tournament hasn't really gone down of second gear. Like, I still think we haven't seen the best of PSG. That's also coupled by the fact that, you know, we're missing our best player. We're coming off a lost season, not to make any excuses, but I still think there's a lot more for PSG to do. So here, yeah, okay, I guess fair enough. Hakim finished with the man of the match. I think that's good. But again, same pushes. Hakimi, top 3 Ballon d'Or. Hakimi, top 3 Ballon d'Or. Interesting. But yeah, no, a good performance from everybody. I think the two people that were a bit below par, if you want to go and say, is maybe Cindy Mayu this time around. I thought Desiree was really good today. I thought now Neves, yeah, maybe you saw him a little less. I thought Vitinha in the second half, you saw him a lot less. Donnarumma could have cost you dearly, but overall, good performance from PSG. Good performance from the Parisians. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys all for tuning in. There's not really much more to talk about. PSG did the job. Listen, I sort of have this inkling. So long as Atletico Madrid beat Botafogo, I knew that we could go and do it. And that's exactly what happened. We won our game, they won theirs, and PSG topped the group. So for all the clamoring, all you guys lost to Botafogo, this and the other, we topped the group. We topped the group. We did it. Whether you did it with 3 wins, whether you did it with 2 wins and a loss, you still topped the group. We're in the same position we would have been if we'd won our game against Botafogo. So now we move on. Job's not done. We need to focus on, and so we're either going to be playing what? Is it either Palmeiras or Inter Miami? I mean, actually, any of those teams can still qualify. But realistically, I think the most realistic outcome here is that Inter Miami finished second, funnily enough. If that's the case, that sets up a huge game. PSG versus Inter Miami in Atlanta in front of a potential capacity crowd of 70,000 at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. That would be crazy. Messi against his former club. We'll be there. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, tuning to the live stream. Make sure you guys stay on the radar for the post-game reaction. I'll go ahead and film that. But yeah, thank you guys very much. It's been a pleasure as always. And remember, stay safe, stay kind, and stay blessed. Godspeed. Bye.